I'm Lady Eden. I was on my way to a nunnery in East Anglia." As she spoke, her hands shook. She forced herself to swallow the lump that kept rising into her throat to crack her voice. "I'm to live there." "Which nunnery?" Ulrich asked smoothly. "The one to the south." Eden weakly offered her lie. In truth, she didn't know the name of any nunneries in East Anglia. Surely, with the pagan king newly converted, there would be something. She only hoped that whichever lord lived in the castle would see fit to send her there.
"I don't believe that they have named it, for 'tis new."
Ulrich's voice pondered her answers. "So you have already taken your orders? You are a nun?"
"Nay, I'm to take them there."
Eden turned her face away from him. She couldn't lie about such a thing as already being ordained. It would be too blasphemous. The fact she said she was going to be was bad enough.
"I'm sure they expect me. If you would see fit to send—"
"I see," Ulrich broke in, thoughtful. Eden wondered at the delighted tone in his words. His blurry figure shifted away from her, only to come back. She leaned away the best she could on the uncomfortable bed.
"Please, good sir."
Eden sighed and tried to relax, feeling no immediate threat from the old man.
"Where am I?"
"You don't know?" Ulrich laughed lightly in surprise.
"You are at Lakeshire Castle. We found you near death in front of the castle gates."
"Methought you might be able to tell us how you came to be here, and, most importantly, why."
"Lakeshire?"
Eden gasped in horror, looking down as she mumbled in shock.
"He left me here? How could he have left me here?"
"Who left you?" Eden stiffened. The irritated voice wasn't that of Ulrich. It instead came from her left, near the fireplace. Her skin tingled, and she noticed that the fire burned hotter than before. The man's tone sounded wicked, spoken in a strange accent. The word who was murmured with a softened V.
"Are you—"
she began, but had to take a calming breath. It didn't help. She was frazzled. Her heart already beat in fear, only to pound in time with her head, resounding in her ears like a battle drum. She shook with fear, her body so hot it was surely on fire. The way the flames spread through her, she wondered if she was in the company of the devil himself. Rubbing her chin on the fur to make sure it still covered her body, she asked weakly,
"Are you the monster of Lakeshire?"
Vladimir eyed the trembling creature before him with unconcealed disdain. The way his nickname came from her lips irritated him to no end, and he was all too aware that she refused to answer his question. By her own admission, it was obvious someone planted her in front of his castle, perhaps thinking she was already dead. It was clear from the first moment that she didn't know he was in the chamber. The way she kept squinting at Ulrich belied the fact that she couldn't make out the figure before her. Was her impaired eyesight due to her natural vision or a result of her beating? He told himself he didn't care and didn't wish to be in her company long enough to find out. In fact, he didn't want her in his home longer than necessary. The maiden's hair was dirtily matted to her head, so much so that he was unable to make out its true color. From what he saw of her frame under the thin fur, she seemed slender in stature, probably more so due to her prolonged illness. Her skin pulled tautly against her cheekbones, bones that were high and proud. Beyond that simple observation, he couldn't make out her features.
"Are you the monster?"
Her breath continued to come out in audible pants, and her one good eye searched for him.
"Am I to be your sacrifice?"
Vladimir watched her lips tremble at the question. Her mouth was in the best condition of her whole face, with a fine arch of the upper lip and the full pout of the lower. If the rest of her face healed to displeasure, he would be contented to look only at her delicate mouth. His body hummed to life, reminding him how long it had been since he'd taken a woman to his bed. The painful mass between his thighs only annoyed him. He didn't want to feel desire, not for her, not for any woman. Who could ever willingly accept a monster into their bed?